My dog thinks she's getting some, but this is the typical protein powder I use. Hello and welcome back to Veggies by EOS. This is part 2 out of 3 out of my vegan series, and today I'm going to be just talking about how my experience was trying to be vegan for 3 weeks. I'm normally vegetarian. Still was honestly a pretty big change, even though I'm normally vegetarian. If you want to see part 1 of this series, my dog's trying to leave me. Part 1 was basically just my grocery hauls, so if you are interested in seeing how I went grocery shopping as a vegan, definitely check out part 1. I'll leave that linked below. If you don't really care about what I bought at the grocery store, then don't watch part 1, just keep watching this video. I do have a list on my phone. This is just chronological order of notes I took on my phone just during the whole 3-week process. My very first thing was I ordered a smoothie from Smoothie King, and after I ordered it, I was like, wait, I actually don't know if that was vegan. Like, the ingredients looked like they were vegan, and I tried looking it up online and I couldn't really get an exact answer. There was protein powder in it, and like I said, I just couldn't really get an exact answer online as to, yes, it's vegan protein powder, or no, it's not vegan protein powder, so I still don't know if that was vegan, to be honest. So that's one thing that's really frustrating. Like, you can get something like a smoothie and it not be vegan, and like you don't realize. This is kind of random, but I go to Planet Fitness, which I don't know why, I shouldn't, but they're the cheapest and closest, so I still go there. Anyway, they have a free pizza night one night a month, and I really wanted to go to that, and I was like, wait, I can't eat pizza. The next thing I realized was when I went grocery shopping for the first time while I was trying to be vegan, was it's actually, okay, I'll let her go. It's actually easier to eat vegan at home when that's the kind of stuff you have in your fridge and in your pantry, because that's all you can eat. Like, you don't have the option. Because I definitely had some stuff in my fridge that was from before I decided to go vegan, so it was kind of hard looking at stuff and being like, I already bought this, like I want to just eat it, but it's not vegan. So if you do, just go ahead, like if you want to become vegan, just don't buy things that aren't vegan. It makes it so much easier. A couple of the things I cheated on were things that I bought before I went vegan that weren't vegan. I didn't have a ton of non-vegan things around the house. If I did have a ton of non-vegan things around the house, it would have been super hard for me to be vegan. So just in general, and I mean this is probably obvious, but just make sure you're shopping totally strictly vegan if that's what you want to do. My first video in this series was all about grocery shopping, so if you want to start grocery shopping vegan and you have zero idea where to start, I'll go ahead and link that below, so go check that video out. This next thing makes me really upset. So whenever you go somewhere and have free food, usually, okay, sometimes it's not even vegetarian, which is really frustrating for me, but usually it's never vegan, which is really frustrating for vegans, I'm sure. I couldn't even imagine. Just as an example, I had food provided to me. This was actually at a gig I did, and like they told us, oh, free food will be at 5, the gig's at 6, so I was like, awesome. I show up, I forgot what the main course was, but it had meat in it. Literally, the only 2 things I could eat was potato chips and coleslaw. And let's just say I hate coleslaw. I think it's disgusting. Like, I almost throw up when I eat it. But I was like, I'm not just gonna sit here and eat potato chips for dinner. So I literally took some coleslaw and a bunch of potato chips, and that was my dinner. And the coleslaw was disgusting. If you like coleslaw, let me know, because I think it tastes awful. So that was really upsetting. So it really depends. Like, when food is provided to you, it just depends on where you're going, and if you can ask someone, hey, what's gonna be there, like what can I eat, blah blah blah. If you can put in a dietary restriction, like there's this one thing I've gone to where before you even go to it, you can put in a dietary restriction, which is awesome. So like I can tell them I'm vegetarian, and then if what they're ordering isn't vegetarian, they'll order me something else separately that is vegetarian, so that's awesome when places do that. But it really depends. Like, if you're going to something for a big corporation or something, or like if you work at a job where there's tons of people, like they're probably not really going to take that into consideration, which sucks. I know one place I had a gig, actually one year they got food catered, and I think all I could eat was like nachos or something. And then the second year I had a gig at the same spot, the people who owned the restaurant underneath the venue actually catered it, and the owners of that restaurant are vegetarian. And I was like literally up there asking, is that soup vegetarian? Is that pizza vegetarian? They were like, everything's vegetarian. We're vegetarian. And I was like, I've never been to a catered event where I could eat everything that was provided. Like, that was amazing. So that was awesome. Sidetrack of this rant. On like the third day of me being vegan, we had lunch provided to us at school. And guess what it was? It was pizza. So I was like, well, my options are don't eat or eat pizza. And like, obviously that's still vegetarian. I got cheese pizza, but that's obviously not vegan. But my options were to either not eat or have pizza. So obviously I chose to eat and have pizza. But it's just frustrating. Like, if I legitimately were vegan, I would have had, I don't know, I would have had to bring my lunch, which is annoying. Like, if you're getting food provided to you, that would suck to have to pay extra money and bring your own food when everyone else at your job is getting food provided. So that's just frustrating. That was a sidetrack to say I cheated and ate pizza. I got Chipotle, and the only thing that differed in my order was that I didn't get cheese. So I was like a little sad that I didn't get cheese, but at the same time, like, you can't really tell if you have one ingredient missing from your typical order. So it was pretty normal. This is kind of random, but I just really missed pizza, even though I already told you I already cheated with pizza, and I'm about to tell you I'm gonna cheat pizza again. But I just really missed pizza, and I really wanted hot chocolate a few of the days, and like, you can't have hot chocolate because there's like milk chocolate in it, and you can't do that. So it was frustrating not being able to eat chocolate or hot chocolate or pizza. But speaking of pizza and me cheating again, so I had been meaning to make plans with this one friend for quite a while, and we kind of had decided that we both love pizza, so we had decided on getting pizza. And then like a week later, we finally said, okay, let's go on this date, which at this point I'm vegan now. So I was like, okay, cool, let's meet at this time, this date. And then like 2 hours later, I was like, wait, I just agreed to meet someone on Saturday at a pizza place, and I'm vegan. And so I ended up just cheating. It was a place I had been wanting to try for like honestly a while, so I was like, and I'm probably never gonna go there again, or like I might go there again one day, but I was like, I'm not gonna let me being vegan for a few weeks stop myself from getting pizza at this place that I've literally been meaning to try for months. So whatever, I cheated again. I went to this one place and I wanted like a smoothie or something like that. They offer tons of different kinds of drinks, but the thing that I had to get, it was called a fruit chiller. I couldn't get a smoothie because it had ice cream in it, so I got the fruit chiller instead. But then they also asked if I wanted whipped cream, and I really wanted to say yes because I love whipped cream, but I had to say no. One thing I noticed about being vegan is it forces you to make healthier decisions. Just as an example, like when I'm at school, like, and I have already eaten my lunch, but I kind of just want a snack, I'll usually want like goldfish or something, and I love goldfish. Like, and in this day when I wrote this note down, I like really was craving goldfish, but all I had was carrots, like a bag of carrots. So it was forcing myself, like if I had goldfish available, I totally would have eaten the goldfish. But you know, when you just have carrots available and you're kind of hungry and kind of want a snack, you're gonna have to go for the carrots. So this is kind of just going back to when you're grocery shopping, buying stuff that's vegan and not buying stuff that's not vegan, because if you don't have goldfish in front of you, you can't eat them. In general, it just kind of forced me to eat a little bit healthier. Not that I eat unhealthy normally, but I definitely could be eating healthier. Even besides carrots, I'd say I ate more vegetables this week than I normally do. So again, good. This next thing I am not proud of. This day was a disaster. I kind of forgot what happened because this was a couple weeks ago at this point, but I was running around, then I had to like go to my sister's place to watch her cats or something. I forgot what it was, but I basically was at the point, because I was originally just gonna go home and make myself lunch, like with food in my house, so it would have been vegan, but I was at the point where I was literally starving, but I didn't have time to go home. And it was, long story short, it was a mess, and I had limited time, and I was like, I need to go somewhere and buy food. And I didn't want to go to like a sit-down restaurant. In the area of town I was in, it was mainly sit-down restaurants, so I was like, do I just go to a sit-down restaurant even though I'm kind of in a time crunch? Maybe I should. I don't even know where to go. And then I saw Sam's Club. Now I have a Sam's Club membership, and their little area of food court, whatever you want to call it, is really cheap, and it's pretty good. It's not like amazing food or anything like that, but I saw Sam's Club, I was right there. I went in, I bought an ice cream, and I bought a slice of pizza. And by the way, the pizza was not good, so I'm really mad at myself for buying that. But yeah, My third time I cheated, I literally bought pizza and ice cream. But to be fair, if like that day wasn't crazy and all these things popped up out of nowhere, I definitely would have just gone home and made myself lunch. So not to put the blame on anything, but again, it just goes back to being vegan is not convenient. Like if you're at home with all these vegan stuff, yeah, that's convenient to make a vegan meal. But if I'm out and about and I need to be here, here, and here, and I have like 15 minutes to just grab food real quick, it's not convenient to be vegan. The next thing is protein powder, and I don't make smoothies nearly as much as I used to like a few months ago, but my typical protein powder, I'll actually go grab it right now. My dog thinks she's getting some, but this is the typical protein powder I use. I literally love it. Like, it's not super cheap, but I feel like compared to others, it's not badly priced, and it just tastes good. If you're looking for a protein powder, try this. They sell it like Kroger. I get mine online because it's cheaper. Walmart online has it, so I usually buy them in bulk. This, which I don't even think brandless is a thing anymore. I don't think you can buy this anymore, to be completely honest. It's vegan. It tastes horrible. I do not like this. When I made smoothies during these 3 weeks, what did I use? I used this one since it was vegan. I didn't use this one since it was not vegan. But I will tell you, this one tastes a million times better than this one. So that was kind of frustrating. I had bought this because I wanted to try it. And to be fair, I didn't try it until I actually tried being vegan. But like, I still have half of this left, and I don't think I can physically eat it. It tastes disgusting. The non-vegan one tastes so good, and the vegan one tastes awful. So that's another thing you have to deal with. I will say, when I get vegan smoothies at Smoothie King, they're really good. Like, I don't have a problem. Like, I get vegan protein smoothies at Smoothie King, and they taste awesome. So I need to figure out what kind of protein powder that is and buy it. Their protein powder is super expensive, but it might be worth it. I don't know. Another thing, I went to Flat Top with my sister and I got fake meat, and then after I got it, I was like, wait, this is fake meat, so it's obviously vegetarian. It's what I normally get. But is it vegan? I have zero idea, and there weren't any like signs or anything or on the menu. There's really no way to tell if it was vegan or not. And I tried Googling it later on, and because they have multiple kinds of fake meat, one of them for sure was not vegan. So again, I really wouldn't have had any way of knowing that. And I wonder if I would have asked a worker. I mean, I noticed after my food was made, so I wasn't going to ask at that point, but I wonder if I would have asked before if anyone would have known, because that's not something people normally think about. Like, I think nowadays people are much more accepting of vegetarians, which is amazing because I'm vegetarian, and it honestly, I've noticed more people being accepting of it, but I feel like a lot of people are still not accepting of vegans, which kind of sucks. Going off the topic of just having zero idea if something's vegan or not, I went to Olive Garden with a friend, and my meal was for sure vegan. I think I just got pasta with marinara sauce. But the breadsticks, so I ate a ton of breadsticks, obviously, as you do at Olive Garden. And then afterwards I was like, wait, do they have butter on them? Wait, are they vegan? I actually have zero idea if they're vegan. And I didn't think they were vegan. My sister told me they weren't vegan, but I Googled it and it said they are vegan. But I feel like there is butter on them, but maybe not. Let me comment below if you have any idea, or if you work at Olive Garden, if you know, because according to Google, they're vegan. So I think I'm good, but I feel like they're not, so I don't know. And then the chocolate at the end that they give you, I couldn't eat it because there's milk chocolate in it, but I did save it, and I waited until after I wasn't vegan anymore to eat it. I love those mint chocolate things. I love Olive Garden. Okay, Olive Garden is super overpriced. My very last thing, I bought a cookie from my favorite bakery. I barely ever go there, so I was like, they're selling cookies for $1, I need one. I need to buy one right now. Bought it, started eating it. I was with my sister, and she was just like, that's not vegan. And I was like, you are right. I didn't even think about that. It's just, there's so many things you don't even think about until after the fact. Like, it's a butter cookie. Obviously it's not vegan. I just didn't think about that until after I ate it. Speaking of cookies, okay, I also cheated. Okay, it sounds like I cheated a lot, but everything I told you in this video is all I cheated. So I feel like that's not horrible for 3 weeks, but it's kind of bad. Let me know, did I do a good job? Because I don't think I did, but it could have been much worse, so I think I did an okay job. But another thing I cheated on, this is my last thing I cheated on, was these cookies that I bought before I went vegan, and I actually bought them before winter break, and then I wasn't here for 2 weeks, and so they were getting close to their expiration date, and the expiration date was near the end of me being vegan, so I was like, I can either wait till I'm done being vegan and then eat them, but then they're gonna taste stale, or I can just eat them now. And you guessed it, I cheated and I ate them. These are the cookies I was talking about, and they're just honestly really expensive, and these actually do go stale past the expiration date. Like, you can obviously still eat it past the expiration date, but they're expensive. I usually only get them kind of around Christmas, and then maybe 1 or 2 other times during the year. They're just like my favorite cookies. And you would think, you know, it's gingerbread. You would think just guessing that they would be vegan, but there is actually egg in them. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any tips or tricks, or if you've tried going vegan, leave your comments below on what worked for you, what didn't work for you. Personally, I just can't be vegan because of the convenience, or the inconvenience I should say, and pizza. Like, I love pizza. Pizza's my favorite food in the entire world. I would love to become vegan, but I can't, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get hate comments for that, but I love pizza more than anything, and I tried a vegan pizza. That's actually gonna be in next week's video, me talking about that. I just couldn't. I'm sure there's some good vegan pizzas out there. Let me know, comment that below too, if you know of any good vegan pizzas, because I can't go without pizza. Sorry for rambling, but check out next week's video, because it is going to talk about my vegan favorites, so foods that I really liked when I went vegan. Some stuff was stuff I was eating anyway, some was new. Just make sure you're subscribed so that you actually see that video when I post it, but that will be posted 1 week from today. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.